have another project to share with you today. This is my second project from the Black Currant stock, and it's sort of like a mini album, but it's gotten a little bit blocky at this point, so I'm not sure that's the correct term. Let's take a look at it. So it's I wanted to just make it really fancy and kind of tacky fancy, so I used the pink foil and the black gloss exclusively on the outside. As well, I wanted it to be able to fit into a bookshelf, so I only used one little rhinestone for the embellishments. I want it to be very, very flat and square. So I'm going for a really angular nature for this book. So you can see on the back, it's more of the pink foil all the way around. And then if you look at it from the top down, it goes to black on the black edges, as you can see. So let's take a look inside. This is just a cut apart that I just fussy cut from the paper. And I'll just mention that the size is 6 inches by 6 inches, well, 6 1/16. Basically, because the paper is just so gorgeous, I wanted to use every last scrap. So I wanted to be able to cut it down to 6 by 6 squares so that I wouldn't waste anything. So I think it worked out really well. So this flap comes down. And these were just shaped with my envelope punch board, my Rear Memories Keeper envelope punch board. And it's a magnetic closure. And if I was to give this album a name, it would be Magnet Madness, because there are so many magnets holding it together. So you can see one's right there. And then here's the other flap comes up, and again the paper matches on the insides of the flaps. And then it's a gatefold, and again this is a magnetic closure. Again, the foil paper matches the outside flap. This opens up, and this is what we have inside. So the design was inspired by, it was called a flip-flap pocket album, I think, by a YouTube user called Chibi and Milo. And I followed it pretty closely, but I did change the size of the album down to 6 by 6, and I completely changed how the cover works. So hers was not a gatefold, and I've kind of changed this a bit, and you'll see that. So let's take a look. So it starts with a panel here, which is where I'm going to put my title, all these black stickers or something like that. And then this actually flips down, and there's a little more room here for journaling or a little photo. And then we've got 2 of the photo mats. The photo mats I kept square. I really like the angular nature of this album, so there's only a couple little curves in it. And then you just write on the back with your white gel pen for your journaling. And here's the black glossy one as well. So just some nice little square, maybe some Instagram photos or something like that. And then just a little We Are Memory Keepers punch tab. And then this actually comes down as well. And you've got like a 4 by 6 photo mat here. Up here you've got another little tag. It just tucks into this corner slot. And you can put a 4 by 6 photo on this mat as well. And then you've got 2 larger mats, so these would be good for maybe like a 3 by 5, something like that. And again, blank on the back. Oops, got a little adhesive stuck to the back of that one. And I kept all the backs blank because I like to do a lot of journaling. Just put these back in. And then this actually comes down as well. And down here you've got a 6 by 6 photo mat, so lots of room there. It's such a small album, but I did want to be able to include a few 4 by 6s, so I think there's room for 3. One of them you could put there. And then we've got 2 more tags here. This is just plain that. And so it's got the glossiness to it. And then these 2 are not quite 4 by 6, but like if you had a bordered 4 by 6 and you cut off the border, it'd be perfect. So you can put some pretty big pictures on these. And then this matches the inside cover. And everything's nice and flat. I squash everything between books. After I make a page, I put it between heavy books for a couple hours to get everything nice and flat. And so when you lift this up, because it's all attached by magnets, it all comes up together as one piece, which is handy. And so now I'll show you the sides. So both sides I made identical. I left some of the mats black or blank, I should say, and I haven't decided yet if I'm going to put photo mats on them or if I'm just going to leave them as is. I sort of like the way they look right now, and I could see myself putting like a journal across this whole panel. So I may leave them, I may add something to them, I haven't decided yet. And then this opens up again, and you've got some tags. So I did make the tags a little bit more ornate in this section versus the photo mats down there. So these two are black and glossy, and I put like a little druzy brad on the back, or on the front I should say. And this one is the same pattern as before. It really only took about 5 sheets of pattern paper when all said and done, because I got so many pieces out of each one, because each one was divided into 4 sections. So like this envelope probably took half the page, and then by the time I did the borders, this tag and these tags, it only took 1 page. So I used about 5 sheets of paper in total. This is foil down here, and then this one comes out, and it's just a rhinestone on the top. I was going to put a brad through it, but I changed my mind, so there's a little hole in the back. And then this side is the same. So it just folds out, and it's identical. So let's see if we can get the whole thing in frame. This is what it looks like when it's open. Or you could say it looks like this when it's open. And we'll just fold it back up, and I don't know if you can see, but like right here, there's 1, 2, 3 tiny magnets, and that's what holds it closed. It's just like a little 1/4 inch gap, and that gives me the edge here that's going to connect. And I close it, and magnets here as well, and the magnets hold it together. And something I just want to show you is you can see that when it's empty, or sorry, when it's closed, it's hard to get the light on there. It still goes down just a little bit, and that's on purpose. Like the idea is that when I put my photos in it, it's going to poof up a little bit more, and hopefully at that point it'll be perfectly square. So right now it's just a little bit concave. So close it back up. And that's the project. It only took a couple of days. The other kind of noteworthy thing about this, it's my first mini album that I didn't use any chipboard. I used about, I don't know, 10 or 12 sheets of black cardstock to put it together. And it actually came out very, very sturdy, considering it has no chipboard in it. So I'm really pleased with how it turned out. And I think cardstock was a good call on this one. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.